Hey guys, today I am very excited to present to you this training on how to research like a pro and know your target customer in and out. Now you might be knowing that whenever you are stepping into any niche to build your online business, you need to know whether the niche is profitable or not. Similarly, you need to know whether the target customer that you are acquiring has how many interest, what does he look like, what does he see, what does he hear, and every single thing. And without researching about your target customer, you cannot succeed online. It will be like shooting arrows in the dark. If you are being a general marketer, you are sending general emails, you are sharing general content, then you can never establish your authority, you can never build your online presence. You need to know the deep problems, the most pressing problems of your customers, so that you can have a better understanding of the type of solutions that you want to provide them and how to provide those solutions. So today I am going to remove a very big, a major roadblock from the path of your success on how to research about your target customers, how to profile your ideal customer, and how to come up with a brilliant USP that can help you position yourself as an expert instantly. So watch closely guys and take notes if you want to, because this information has never been shared with general public before and you are the first ones to see this. And trust me when I say this, I am an affiliate marketer, email marketer, and I also being a product vendor do this research every single time when I'm segmenting a list or building a new list, because this helps me get skyrocket high conversions, maximum revenue, and very happy customers, because I know exactly what my customer wants and what my customer is looking for. So sit tight and just see what I'm about to go and tell you. So my secret 7-step system to research like a pro and know your target audience in and out. So basically what I'm going to show you is the 7 steps that I follow, a systematic 7-step system that you can follow, copy and paste into your business, and you can become a pro even today. Now this is the research system that I have shared with a dozen of my clients, I have shared with many coaching students, I have shared with many friends, and all of them have been massively benefited from this. This is the exact system that I'm about to implement in my next niche that I'm going to dive into, and this system works like a charm every single time without failing to impress. If you follow the system correctly, I am damn sure it is going to work for you as well. As once you have got the system to work for yourself, you can also put in your own ideas to tweak it. You can make it your own system. You can just get your creative juices flowing. You can make this system work for you day in and day out, 24 hours a day on complete autopilot. But I request you guys not to reinvent the wheel initially. Just see how the system works. Just copy and paste the system until and unless you have fair knowledge of the system, and then try to tweak it and then try to test it out. So guys, I am going to reveal to you my secret 7-step system. Step number 1, put on your thinking hat. Now you might be thinking that what is this? What is this guy talking about? He must be absurd. He must be, he's talking foolish things, but it's not like this guys. This is the first step and this is a very crucial step. You need to put on your thinking hat and you need to think about the 20 most frequently asked questions. So the first thing that you need to do is that you need to imagine yourself as the ideal customer. Let's say you are into make money online niche, or let me think about myself and position myself here. I am into make money online niche and my specific niche is Kindle books. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to list down the 20 most frequently asked questions, and as I will write down these questions, I will find answers to some of them. I might not find answers to all of them, and that is perfectly fine, because I'll be showing you how you can even find answers to every single thing, and I might even face some counter questions while answering my own questions. So that might give me an additional number of questions, and that is the key. The key is to write down 20 FAQs, frequently asked questions, and once you have done that, you can move on to the next part, which is the questions that you would ask an expert. Now imagine that you are a complete clueless beginner, and once you have done that, now you need to think that how can you build a long term, real, sustainable business. You might have tried your hand on a few things, you might have succeeded with some, you might have failed with some, but now you have got an opportunity to ask an expert. So what questions would you definitely ask an expert? Again, if you are asking the expert general questions which you can find answers to by just going to Google and just typing it out, then you are making the mistake. The expert is called an expert because his expertise lies in something, and you should ask very specific, very direct, very precise questions around that. And the toughest and the trickiest question should be shooted towards the expert. Now all these questions are going to give you answers, as well as going to give you idea about what your customer, the problems that your customer faces, your ideal or your target customer, and you will get an idea on which grounds, on which lines you have to find a solution to these problems. So the next step number 2 is to check out forums and communities. Now this is a very important step, and I am sure that you might have heard of this some places, and let me show you what I mean by this. So what I basically mean is that you need to look for the top forums, and this can be in any niche. You can Google your keyword plus forums, and through the forums you can find the most pressing problems. You can identify emotion triggering words. What I mean is, let me show you what I mean. So here I am, and what I'm doing is I'm going to just type Kindle plus forums, and what I see is I see customer discussion of Amazon, one more forum, another forum. So I can even do this without the quotation mark, and this is what I get the result. So what I'm going to basically do is I can see that in this forum there are a lot of topics regarding Kindle books, and I can go on any of them, and I can just choose any topic that I want. For example, I can go to this. Now what I need to do is I need to see the commonly emphasized words, the commonly asked questions. For example, you can see that when I go to this forum, it says tips, tricks and troubleshooting, and writers cafe, Kindle accessories, content, and let me go to, let's talk about Kindle, and a few questions about latest Kindles. So as you can see, it simply tells about the Kindle device and the kind of books one can see on these devices, and you can see that even on this forum there are different type of topics. So what I can do is I can also Google Kindle marketing plus forums, and I can, you see the top link is of Warrior Forum, The next is kindleforum.co, and I have already visited these links, and some of these links are from Amazon. And if I go to Kindle marketing forum, kindle.com, you can see that what it talks about is basically different things, that steps that basically, you know, how you can market your book, and these guys have got even a video out here. So this is how you can use forums. You can use communities as well. To use communities, you simply need to type Kindle plus communities. You can replace Kindle with the keyword or the niche that you are into, and you can find communities as well. You can do Kindle marketing, or you can try Kindle books marketing, and anything of your choice, whatever you want to do. And you can see that you will find tons of information and tons of forums and communities, and you can just go to these forums and you can, you know, just go ahead and start doing it. So the next step that you need to follow here is leverage the search engines. And in this step, basically we are talking about 4 search engines: Google, YouTube, Yahoo Answers, and Quora. So I basically showed you how you can use Google, and you can use it for any keyword that you want. You can type in your keyword plus forums, your keyword plus blog, your keyword plus comment, your keyword plus communities, your keyword plus websites, your keyword plus PDFs. You are going to find ton of information on that. And the same goes to YouTube, which is the next search engine. And once, let me show you an example of YouTube and how you can do this. So what I'm going to type is, I'm going to type Kindle book marketing, and as you can see that there are a lot of, you know, videos on this. I can watch these videos, I can see what people are talking about, the commonly faced problems. I can also just put in the quotation marks so that I am searching the exact keyword, and you can see that it is about 3,200 results, 3,200 results, and these are more precise results. And earlier it was almost 39,000 results. So what I'm going to do is, you can see I can simply go and check out these videos, and once I have done that, I can make notes of the things that come in these videos, the common issues, so that I have enough data. And similarly, I can go to Yahoo Answers, and I can, you know, just go ahead and search here for Kindle book marketing. And again, as you can see, there are a lot of questions that people have posted, and there are a lot of answers for them as well. And you can see that, you know, these questions, for example, how to market a book, and people have left great answers here as well. And you can easily make notes from here, and you can, you know, use this information for all your research so that you don't have to use it again. And the next thing I can do is I can search here Kindle book marketing, and I can search here, and as you can see that again there are a ton of questions that have been posted here on Quora as well. If you don't know Quora, Quora is one of my favorite places to do my research, because it is a question answers community, and people like us are, you know, contributing in here with answers to the questions that are posted by the members. So I basically love this forum, I love this community, and you can, you know, do your research over here as well. So this is another step that I use to do my research. And now let me go on and tell you about the next step. So The step number 4 is my secret weapon, my weapon X, and it's called Amazon.com. Now you might be surprised that how can be Amazon my secret weapon? So let me quickly tell you that I look whenever I go to Amazon.com, I look for three things. Number one is the bestsellers for my category. The second is the sneaky look inside feature that I'm about to tell you, and the third is the reviews. So let me show you what I mean with this. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to Amazon.com and I'm going to type Kindle book marketing, and basically I am seeing some bestsellers here. So I can just go ahead and check some of these books, and this as well. So what I'm going to do is basically I can just check out these bestseller. I can check the description and I can see that what it contains, the information it has, so that I can do my research better. And the sneaky little feature that I was telling you about is the look inside feature that Amazon provides you. So what you can do is you can click on this. You can see that now it shows a table of content, and it gives you an idea about what is in this book. So for example, it talks about your first 10K readers, it talks about title page, what are reader magnets, how to find readers and how to keep them, set up your books, drive traffics, etc. So this is a book by Nick Stephenson, and as you can see that you can go ahead, you can check out this book as well. You can click on the cover, you can see the table of content here as well. So here is the table of content, opt-in rights, and what book marketing does not work, and same goes for here, that you can just click on this. You can see Kindle marketing secrets, and you can just go ahead and check it out. The basically Amazon provides you an option to look into the first few pages of the book, so that you can have an idea whether this book is for you or not, or whether you want to buy it or not, so that even they get lesser refunds. And the next thing that I talked about was checking out customer reviews for emotion triggering words. So basically what you need to do is you need to check out 15 to 20 reviews left by people, good reviews, not one line reviews like this, short and to the point. We are looking for good reviews here. And here what I'm going to show you is how you can find emotion triggering words. So you can see that what this review says, it's very rare that a Kindle marketing hack can surprise me, and I was aware of email marketing and video magnets, and it had never been explained if your Kindle sales are lagging. So this is an emotion triggering word if your Kindle sales are lagging. And this is basically, you need to write down these words. I'll tell you the significance, I'll tell you the importance of these words later, but you just need to basically make a note of emotion triggering words. And here he says about building up your newsletter list, and please be careful, and different things. So just you can go ahead, you can see, and it says author platform. So this is another trigger word that I would like to focus on, and I would write it down somewhere. And you can see that now I am on to another book. I can check out some reviews here, and it says book marketing, that is another trigger word, promotional pathways, that is another trigger word, and step by step advice, another trigger word, and a wealth of his personal experience, and dozens of clickable links, and it's a tool. And you know, you can do this. And basically what you are doing is, while you are collecting these words, is that you are making a comprehensive list of commonly used words by your target audience. You can see all these reviews have been posted by people like you and me, people who have faced these problems, and they came to get this book so that this book could solve their problem. And in their reviews they gave us hints, they gave us clues, and they basically showed the words. They basically use some words which are great. It's basically their language, their tongue. For example, when you go to a new country, you have to learn their local language. So this is the language of your niche. This is the local words that your people in your niche use. These are the words that your tribe that you will be building in the future will use. So just make a list of this, and let me move on to the next step. And the next step is interviews. So this is the next step, and interviews is basically a great technique and a great method to know your audience even more. So what you need to do is, you need to find 2 to 3 people. You need to take an interview of them, but you can have a list of questions beforehand. A list of 8 to 10 questions will be great. You can do a Skype interview, a telephonic interview. Both of them will work. If you cannot do, then you can just do a written interview. But the point of doing the interview is because if someone is facing the problem, then he has a first hand experience of how he feels, the things he faces, the problems that the solutions that he wants, the solutions that he look up to for. And interviews basically give you insights about in the lives of your ideal customer, and every single thing that you need to know to build your online business. So I recommend you to take about 2 to 3 interviews, and you know you can do interviews whenever you want. It can be telephonic, it can be Skype interviews, it can be written, but doing interviews is an important step. And I always survey and interview my prospects before interview people before moving on into a new niche. And so once you have done that, the next step is basically, this is what I wanted to share with you first. Once you have the pressing problems and emotion triggering words, you have facts and psychological and emotional understanding of your target audience. So from now on, things are going to get very interesting, because you are going to learn exactly how I can get down into the heads of my target customers and ideal customer, and how I can figure out what they want better than they know for themselves. So step number 6 is empathy mapping or point of view. So basically what I'm talking about is, this is an empathy map or empathy mapping approach, or empathy mapping is a technique that is used by researchers, psychologists, business professionals, entrepreneurs, and a lot of people around the globe. This is a very powerful technique that gives you first hand information about what your customer wants and what he feels. As you can see, there are 4 fields in this empathy map. What does your customer think and feel? What does he see? What does he say and do? And what does he hear? And based on this, you can write the pain and gain about this. I will show you a couple of empathy map examples. And before that, I want to let you know that empathy mapping is an excellent technique to know your target audience on a deeper level. It lets you connect to your audience on a deep emotional level. You know what they are feeling. Empathy is basically you are on the same emotional wavelength. You can feel their pain, you can feel their pressing problems, you can feel the level of frustration, you can feel the roadblocks that are stopping them from succeeding, and it gives you great hidden insights which no tool can give. And you can feel the pains of your target customer. Basically what you are having is an important point of view that you were missing out before using this technique. So let me show you some examples of empathy mapping. And so this is a first example of empathy mapping, and this is in this example I basically made this map for a guy. I gave this guy a name, Jack, and Jack is basically a lawyer and he is overdue on loans. So what does Jack think and feel? He feels excited because he wants to make a quick buck, and he thinks that quitting or switching to a different business model fast will make him rich. He hears too much hype talks about making big income overnight, and he hears people making thousands of dollars daily. He sees easy money with little or no work with the push of a button, or people killing it with Kindle books by outsourcing everything on autopilot. He sees more and more shiny objects every single day packed up with strong proofs. And he says and does what he does is basically he focuses more on rehashed books. He thinks that it can mean more income, but he's basically spending, increasing his own expenditure. He's trying to find a loophole and use black hat or unethical techniques to start making money. The pain points for Jack is that he's not able to generate enough sales for his book. He's not getting the desired monetary results, and he's not making any profits even after spending tons of hours. And the gain is that he might even make some quick money, but he can never make huge by exploiting loopholes. He needs to have a solid business. On the other hand, we have Lisa, who is a college going girl, and what she thinks and feels is that she feels excited because she wants to build a real business through Kindle, and she is taking one step at a time and focuses more on quality. She hears that growing your readership and having a strong fan base is important, and you should focus more on your books and how the way they are presented. She sees that you can easily make money with one business model, with one core business model, and people are making a full-time living by serving their customers. She sees a few genuine products that can actually help her moving one step closer to her goal. And basically what she says and do is that she connects with other authors and focuses on growing the business, and she builds a series of books and get raving fans. So basically what she's doing is she's building her readership, she's building her followership, and now the pain point is that she has to go to college in 4 months, and to continue her shopping spree and lifestyle she needs some money, and Lisa has to manage her expenses on her own. So these are her pain points, and the gain is that she enjoys her shopping lifestyle, and using Kindle, using one core business model, she can easily pay off her college fee and expenses. So this is about Lisa, and the third is Kate. So Kate is, Kate is a mother who has a daughter who is going to turn 1 year next month, and she feels excited because she wants to be a speaker at an international conference, and this is important because that way she can generate more business leads leveraging her author tag. And what does she here is basically to take the business to the next level she needs to stand out from the crowd, and the best possible way to do is to become an author in her area of expertise. So she outsources her entire work to her publishing team, who interviews her, and her team writes the book for her and make it a number one bestseller. Now what does she basically have? Her pain points is that she wants to be speaker in the conference, she wants to get new leads for her business and the best-selling author tag, and the gain is that once she is the speaker she can generate new leads for her business, which means more revenue and more income. So this is how you can create an empathy map, and creating an empathy maps basically gives you the power to look into the minds of your ideal customer and see what they are thinking. And the next step after this is that, before that I almost forgot, empathy mapping focuses on four things. What does your target customer think and feel? What does he hear? What does he say and do? What does he see? And based on these you can find the pain and gain. So step number 7 is to create your ideal customer avatar. So before that, let me tell you that empathy mapping approach can take time, and creating the ideal customer avatar is basically what you have created in the empathy map, and now you are just making some additions to it, and you are making it look like a story. So to do empathy mapping approach, you need to basically think about the different kind of people that can exist in your marketplace. For example, when I was doing research for my Kindle books, I knew the three kind of customers. Jack, someone who believes that he can make money online overnight. Lisa, someone who knows that she can make money online, but she needs consistent time, effort, and energy to put into and stay on one business model. And Kate, someone who just wants to leverage the best-selling author tag for her own personal MLM business. So these were the ideal customers that I wanted to focus to, and so for all of them, for Jack, I came up with a product that would help him make money consistently and focus more on the mindset part. For Lisa, I offered her a coaching, and for Kate, I gave her a done for you solution that could help her make more money through the books. And now, to create the ideal customer avatar, what you need to do is what I'll show you is going to be interesting. So the first thing is that you can see the customer avatar I have created for Jack. So it says Jack is 33, he is a full-time lawyer who lives in London. He has a son and a daughter and his beautiful wife. Jack spends most of his time working at his office. He is brilliant when it comes to handling the cases, his clients love him. But the last few months have been rough for Jack. His savings are almost over, and this is a serious problems, and it is utter chaos. His family conditions, if they don't improve, he will have to lose his home in the next 3 months, and he needs a solution desperately that can fix his problem quickly and bring results in 3 months or less. Jack knows that the internet has a lot of potential, and he has seen people making a killing on internet, and this is why whenever Jack has some free time, either at his office or home, he's basically just trying to get quick money through Kindle, through his low quality books that are poorly formatted and don't offer any value at all. Jack feels excited because he wants to make a quick buck. He's always in the search mode to find the secret method and loophole. He sees there are people who are making easy money with zero knowledge, people killing it with outsourcing, and to do the same, Jack spends his time chasing shiny objects that claim to make him ultra rich overnight. And he sees strong income proofs, and he feels himself influenced towards them, and he does not even know the most profitable niches in the marketplace. He's just throwing everything on the wall and hope that something sticks, and he's trying to find enough results by exploiting loopholes. And he needs a few bucks, but he's yet to create a revenue from his Kindle books. So his why is that he's the only person who supports his family and must save his family from growing broke and homeless. This is a powerful emotional reason for Jack to seek out for different shiny objects. His fear is losing his house and going broke because there is not much time left, and it's very urgent and very important for Jack to become successful with self-publishing. So what you can see here is that basically that this is the empathy map of Jack, and I crafted a story about Jack using this map. So what I did was I first thought how Jack would see the situation, how he would think and feel, what he will hear, and what he will say and do. And to do this, I used all the techniques I showed you earlier for my research. I saw what people were saying, what people were hearing, what they were actually doing, and I came up with the pain and gain points. Similarly, I have crafted the avatars for Lisa as well as Kate. And for Lisa, her why is that she is going to enter college in 4 months. She wants to manage her expenses and enjoy her lifestyle on her own. So this is a very powerful reason for her. Her fear is not being able to fulfill her shopping wishes and the lifestyle that she wishes. So it's important for Lisa to build a successful business, and it's urgent for her because she knows that if she wants to live this lifestyle, she needs a real business which takes time. And similarly for Kate, her why is that her author tag can bring in a client. Her author tag can basically become a client magnet, and she can be a speaker in the prestigious international conference. And If she does not hit the number one best-selling author tag, then she will be losing as an opportunity to become a speaker, and this means losing clients that could have, you know, that could have been beneficial to her business and could have helped her in growing her own business. So it's important and urgent because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for Kate as well. So this is how you create your ideal customer avatar, and for your convenience, I have included these templates in the download guide that you can see below. And what I need you to do is, I need you to just go ahead, take action on this, and make sure that you are spending enough time researching, because if you are not doing this, you are not growing. This might take a couple of hours or 2 days at maximum, but this is a one time hard work and it definitely pays off. Because of this, I have made a lot of money. I have almost killed it with a list of, even 800 subscribers, and people have list of 4,000, 5,000 people, yet they are failing to get conversions that I am getting or the results that I am seeing. I am not bragging about myself, but I am just telling you about everything that I have done, and I have broken down it into a systematic step by step manner that you can easily follow, implement, and I have included everything that you need to see for yourself, and you can download it from the link below so that you can get more exposure to your business. You can build a better segmented and highly targeted audience that you know in and out, so that you can come up with a good solution for them. So just go ahead, take action on this, guys, and let me know what you feel about this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, one more thing I have missed is that this is the bonus step, how to create your USP. But before that, I wanted to tell you about the ideal customer avatar. So your empathy map has enough information to create your ideal customer avatar, and it should be to the point. You can give an image if you want to, and it puts you in front of your competition. And the bonus step is how to create your own USP. So the USP is basically, you say I slash we, whatever you are using. If you are a single business owner, then I. If you have a company, then we. And then you put in your problem, and then you put in a solution. For example, your USP can be, we provide solution to authors looking for more sales, more exposure. Or for me, it could be helping authors become best-selling authors. So this can be your USP. This can become your unique USP.